Welcome friends. In this new video, here we will discuss about countable set, uncountable set. Examples of here friends, a a set A is said to be said to be finite if A is empty or there is n belongs to capital N and there is a function f from set 1 to n to A. If this condition is satisfied, then the set is said to be a finite set. There are two conditions. Finite, A is finite. Here A is finite. When first one, when it is finite, when A is empty. This is empty. And second condition, there should be a function from the set 1 to n to A, where small n belongs to capital N. If this condition is satisfied, there is a one-to-one correspondence. One-to-one correspondence means this function should be 1 and onto. It is called as a one-to-one correspondence. When there is a one-to-one correspondence between the set 1 to n natural number, small n natural number, to the set A, then this type of function, this type of set is called as a finite set. Otherwise it is called as infinite. Otherwise it is called infinite. It is called infinite set. Now when the two sets, this A and B, suppose I have A and B, two sets, they are equivalent or equinumerous. There are two words. It is also called as equivalent or equinumerous. Concept is important, words are not important. Equinumerous, equinumerous, and they are written as A to B. When there is a bijection, means there is a bijection from set A into set B. This is a bijection function, that is a bijection. Bijection means there is a one to one. This function is a one to one or onto. We called as a, when function is a one to one and onto function, then it is called as a, sometimes somewhere the word one to one correspondence is used, or we can use the word bijection or one to one correspondence. They are the similar words to used. Okay, so when the two sets are equivalent or equinumerous, it is also called as a equivalent set. Then these two sets are written as like this symbol. This is a symbol used to denote the equivalence set. Now when we have a function from the set of positive integer or set of natural number to the set A, and this function is an bijective function. Bijective, or it a 1 to 1 correspondence. 1 to 1 correspondence. 1 to 1 correspondence correspond, when you use correspondence, then I should mean it is a 1 1 and I mean it is a 1 1 and onto correspondence. So when I use this word 1 to 1 correspondent, you understand it as it is a 1 1 and onto function. When bijection means it is used as a synonyms words for 1 to 1 correspondence. When there is a relation or a function or a mapping from the set A into the set n, or set n to the set A, then the set is called as a countably infinite. It is called as a countably infinite. Countably infinite. It is called countably infinite. So see this definition, we have seen these three words, use these three words for one word, that is a empty, second words, that is a finite. These are very important to us, finites, and third one is a infinite. Okay, so these three words, empty, finite or infinite sets, when A is a empty, then it is called as a finite. When there is a 1 to 1 correspondence or bijection from the set 1 to n, n is a n is element of natural number to the set A, then this set A is called as a finite set. Okay, when there is a 1 to 1 correspondence or bijection from the set of positive integer, it is also instead of n we can use it as a set of positive integer, that is a z plus or I plus. These are the different symbols used in the book. For in different books of mathematics we have these two symbols used, z plus or I plus. Okay, so z from, it is from the Greek word taken integer, where the integers are denoted by the start that from word from z, and therefore we have used this word z to denote the set of integer. And as you can see that we write this as an integer, these words start from I, so some books use these words I to denote the set of integers. Hence do not bother about these words, these are irrelevant. We can use, as we are students of algebra, we use these words, symbols, any symbols. Hence instead of n we can use as it as a z plus or I plus when a function f is a form the set n or set of positive integer to the set A, and when this mapping is an bisective mapping, bisective means it is a 1 1 and onto mapping, then it is called as a countably infinite. It is called as a countably infinite. Remember these words, countably infinite. Okay, so these are the three possibilities. Here a set may be empty, then it is, in that case it is also called as a finite set. When there is a 1 to 1 correspondence from the set 1 to n to the set A. Third one is countably infinite, there is a bisective mapping from the set A to the set n. Then these possibilities, when set A is empty, first that is possibility is empty, A is a finite, and third one when A is a countably infinite, then the set is called as a countable set. Okay, so set, I am writing the definition of countable set. When there is a one-to-one correspondence, okay, what is a countable? When we said a set is countable, set is a countable, a set A is a countable, a set A is countable if it is empty, first possibility, second finite, and third countably infinite. Countably infinites, countably infinite, then it is called as a countable set. Otherwise it is uncountable, it is uncountable. Okay friends, I hope you get the definition of countable set. Okay. When a set is empty, finite means we should have one-to-one correspondence between these set. Okay, this set, one-to-one correspondence between this set. N is any natural number, n belongs to capital N, or we can write it as a member of Z plus. Then it is a finite set. Okay, otherwise it is infinite. And when there is a one-to-one correspondence between Z plus or N to a set A, then the set is called as a countably infinite. When when it is empty, when it is finite, or when it is countably infinite, it is called as a countable set, and otherwise it is called as a uncountable set. Look at this. Okay, then see that the set Z plus, you know this set Z plus 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 3, like this. Now if we define a function f when n equal to n by 2, or n is even, and minus n minus 1 divided by 2 when n is odd, then we can see that this function, let us put n is equal to 1, if we put n is equal to 1, so we get that n equal to 1, 1 minus 1, 0, and 0 is not negative, 0 is not positive, so we get f of 0. When n is equal to 2, that is f of 2 equal to 2 by 2, that is 1. F of 3, n is equal to 3, then minus n is equal to 3, then it is minus 3 by minus 4 by 2, this is equal to minus 2. Okay, likewise, so here the set of integer, we can see that this set n is equal to 4, we get here n is equal to 4, n equal to 4, then 4 by 2, this is equal to 2, right? N is equal to 5, we get this is equal to minus 5 minus here n is equal to minus 2 here. Okay, here minus 1, I am missing this concept, minus some, that is why I am bothering what is going wrong with me. But here we can see that if we put n is equal to 3, f of 3 equal to minus of 3 minus 1 divided by 2 equal to minus 2 divided by 2 equal to minus 1. Now n is equal to 5 minus 1 divided by 2 equal to minus 4 by 2 equal to minus 2. So you can see that when for one I have here 0, function f of 1 0. When 2 I have 1, here function gives the value 1. When f of n equal to 3, function gives value -1. For 4 we get 2. For 5 we get -2. Likewise. Okay, so there is a one-to-one correspondence. This is the set of natural number and this is the set of integer z plus, and hence this is an equivalence relation or equinumerous sets. These two sets are equinumerous. You can call it as a equivalent sets, and therefore this set of integer is a countable set. I hope you get the definition of equivalent set, and you can see that how the set is equivalent. See one more example of a countable set. Suppose that let us see the example of uncountable set. We see the set of real numbers. The set of real numbers, the set of real numbers from close interval 0 to 1 is uncountable. It is an uncountable set. Okay, so first we assume that let this set of all real numbers between the 0 to 1, it is a set of real number, is countable. It is a countable, we have assumed that. This is our assumption. Okay, this is our supposition. We have assumed that this set is uncountable. So we are dealing with the numbers between 0 to 1, and therefore they are of the type 0 comma a1 a2 dash 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 an dash dash dash, like this. Okay, let us suppose that they are all element. This is a set all x 0 less than equal to x less than equal to 1 is equal to x1 x2 dash dash xn is dash 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 dash. Okay, so this is a x1 and x1 is of the type 0.a1 a2 an. X2 is of the type 0.a1 a2 an, where these ai, these are the where I belongs to capital N, I varies from capital N, and ai is equal to here for the digits ai takes the value 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, these values. For example, let us see we assume that these numbers whose decimal expansion is terminating. For example, if my number is 573, then we can write it in terms of here the decimal expansion is terminated. So we write it is similarly equal to 0.57300000, or we write it as 0.57299999, like this. So every number from this set 0 to 1 can be written as a 0.a1 a2 an, like this, and it is in the form that dash dash, that is it contains infinite digits, but that digits from 0 to 9, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Since we have taken that these are the real numbers 0 to 1, and this set we have assumed that it is an countable number. So for 1 here we can write it as suppose my 1 countable, therefore there is a one-to-one correspondence. This set is a countable as we have assumed. This set and the set of natural number are in one-to-one correspondence. There is a equivalence or equinumerous relation between this set and this set. Therefore we can put every number of this set 0 to 1 is 1 to 1 correspondence with 1. There, hence we write this for 1 to corresponds to 0.A11, A12, A13 dash dash, like this. Suppose there is another number 2, then we can write it as a 0.A21, A22, A23 dash dash dash. Third one 3, we write this as 0.A31, A32, A33 dash dash dash. Okay. So friends, remember I have written this number. Suppose for example this set have only 4 numbers. Remember this, this set have only 4 number, like this. Suppose 0.1, 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 dash dash dash. This is one number. For example, for our understanding, I have taken this example. Second one is suppose 0.1, 3, 1, 2, 7, 8, 5, like this. This is a one another number. 0.2, 5, 7, 3, 2, 9, like this, like one, this one. Okay. So here A11 is equal to what? This is my 1. This is A12. This is A13. A13. This one is A14, like this. Here A21. This 3 is A22, like this. Okay. Now here, as this set is countable, we have substituted all these number between the equivalence relation from the set n to the set of 0 to 1 say elements, and no number is remaining. Now let us take this number 0, b1, b2, b3 dash dash dash, where this bi is such that we replace this bi, write this as a 4 for ai equal to 5, and this is a 5 for ai is not equal to 5. Okay. Here you can see that if my set contain these only 3 numbers, then this is I have taken for just understanding. Suppose this set contains only this three number, then how we can constructed this number 0, b1, 0.b1, b2, b3. You can see that a11 is equal to 1 here. Okay, so it is not equal to 5. Then we write this b1 as which is not equal to 5, so we write this b1 as a 5. Next a22, then you can see that a22 is a 3. In this here you can see this is a a22, here is a a22, and this is 3, again it is not equal to 5. Therefore we write b22 is also equal to 5. Okay, suppose some here we take at it as a 5, here suppose 0.275, now like this. Okay, when we get a11 equal to 5, then replace it by 4, like this. Therefore we get a 4 for b3, b1, b2, b3. So when from this expression, for this expression, when we change at least one digit, then the number will be different. Okay, so when we replace this 1 by some number, we get a different number. When we replace this 3 by another number, we get a different number, and hence in this manner we have constructed that b1 equal to 5, b2 equal to 5, b3 equal to 4, and which is differ from all these numbers. Okay. And if it is a differ from all these number, and that means it is a not taken as a one-to-one correspondence with the set of n. Since we have taken all the integers here, all the numbers from the set 0 to 1 in one-to-one correspondence with n, but here we have constructed this number which is a member of this closed interval 0, 1, and which is not from this set, and hence this set is an uncountable, this set is not an countable set, If this is not an countable set, it means that this is an uncountable set. So these are the two examples where we have seen one example of countable set and one example of uncountable set. Now we see that the same number where a same set, consider the close interval 0 comma 1, and we have seen that if this set is of a set of real number, then this set is a not countable, not countable. But when, if this set, if we consider only rational numbers from this set, from the set of close interval, then this set is a countable, this set becomes a countable. Okay, so this is the difference. When we count all real numbers from 0 to 1 close interval, the set is not countable. But when we consider only rational numbers, then the set will be countable. Okay, see here how we get a countable elements. We write the elements of this set, rational number is like this: 0, 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 1 by 4, 3 by 4, 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 1 by 6. Okay, now we cannot take here 2 by 6, 2 by 6, that means 1 by 3 we have already taken. Then 2 by 3, 3 by 3, if we take 3 by 6, then it will be 1 by 2, we have already taken. Like this, if we take 4 by 3, 4 by 6, that will be 2 by 3, here we have already taken. So we take 5 by 6, that is will be another rational number, dash dash dash, etc. So we have written all the rationals according to increasing denominator. All rationals, all rational numbers, all rational numbers according to, I have written all rational numbers according to increasing denominator, increasing denominator. Now let us count by the scheme. We put 1 to 1 correspondence, 0, this is the set of natural number and this is the set element of close interval. So for this one we take 1 to 1 correspondence as a 0. For this 2 we take 1 to 1 correspondence as a 1. For 3 we take 1 to 1 correspondence as a 1 by 2. For 4 we take 1 to 1 correspondence between 1 by 3. For 5 we take 1 to 1 correspondence 2 by 3. Now for 6 we take 1 to 1 correspondence 1 by 4. 7, that is 3 by 4. 8, 1 by 5, like this. And you can see that we can measure or we can put equivalence between the set of integers, positive integers and all rational numbers in the close interval 0 to 1. And therefore when we consider the close interval and all rational numbers from the close interval 0 to 1, then that set is a countable set. But when we consider all real numbers from the close interval 0 to 1, then that set is not a countable set, that is an uncountable set. Okay, so I hope you have get the concept of countable and uncountable set. Okay, so friends, I hope you get the idea of what is meant by countable set. We have seen a set which is a finite empty or countably infinite, then that set is a countably infinite set. And Then next we have seen examples of countable set, and then we have seen one beautiful okay, thank you for watching and being with me.